So, hi, my name is Pauli-Haack, and I'm the team rep for the block editor end user documentation. And today so the last 2 weeks I worked with some new contributors, and we had a list of good tasks for new contributors, and that was on a spreadsheet. People just claimed a page and then created a Google Docs and then have that reviewed for me or ready for me. And with some back and forth on Slack, I find now one of the documents is ready. And today I'm walking through a publishing event or publishing that from the Google Docs to the WordPress.org documentation. And there are a few things that I want to walk through. So this is recorded and it's now, it's going to be live on YouTube, but I might edit it when I kind of get too many detours in there. So once we have more documents on Google Docs ready and they are ready for publishing, I can have other people can also publish them on the documentation pages. So I'm gonna start my share my screen, and I'm sharing this time this part, and that's the Google Sheet that we prepared for Contributor Day, and we have a few people that already claimed and they're all embed posts to Instagram and WordPress, and then some others here. But there will be enough left for Contributor Day. So there are two ready, and I'm taking this one page from Shupam and publish it on the website, on the WordPress.org documentation hub. So this is a document. It's about the WordPress embed with screenshots, steps to find the URL for the host and post them, and then the screenshots on what will happen when you add the block to your page. Then also go through the block toolbar pieces, and then go also through the block settings. But that is mostly done on publishing side because there are not a whole lot of settings for embed blogs. And then another task was to also prepare for the update to 5.5. So we would have the screenshots also ready with the new interface that is now in the Gutenberg plugin. Shupam has also already put them in the document. So with publishing from Google Docs to Gutenberg works very well with text. It is a little bit more cumbersome with images. Right now, there is a GitHub issue or multiple that talks about also not only be very good in parsing text into the Gutenberg editor or block editor, but also import the images that are in the document to the media library. That does not happen right now. Another quirk is in there that depending on the size of the image are actually not placed into an image block. They are placed as inline images. And it's a little bit random when that happened. But so we need to do some massaging later on. So, but for now, it wouldn't be a big deal. What I wanted to do is to get all the images into a place is I'm downloading that document as HTML as web page, because then I have it on my local system with all the images separated. So I do that first before I even go to the so the downloads. Okay, yeah. So give me that. Click on save. And you will won't see this in the shared screen, unfortunately. But I now have them in a zip file on my hard drive. So I'm just expanding that. Okay. So now we go to the, I go to the site. That's a WordPress /support/article/blogs gives you the all the blocks that are in core. But what I will do is kind of do a new article for it. And that's WordPress embed. And then I can go in here and do all the way up. So up down here, because after that it's all reusable block, control copy, and then I go over to that and do a paste. That works already pretty great. So we don't need the title, remove that. And then I also am included a language tool. It's a grammar and spell checking tool that's in the cloud. And so, but here we have, so it even did the listing with a different start value. I don't know if you see that, but that is really cool. Yeah, so this works really well. So the block toolbar, we have the transform. And then if you do it in a group bar, these two pictures here. So when you see they are all as inline images. Yeah, which is kind of really weird because you cannot get them out of there. You just kind of need to save them there. What you have to do now, because we have them, you can do this and this. And then you can kind of add them as a gallery and then upload them. And now we'll be in downloads, and that's yeah, images. This one, I think. Yep. And then we have another one. Upload another one. And that is hopefully this one. Click. Yes. And so. And we just need to have them. All right. So save the draft. Now I just need to replace all the images. So we do this. Okay, replace. Load a different one. And I go from top to bottom. That was the wrong one. Huh, see that? Upload. Is it? And now we need the tools of the project. So I need to stop here, stop the screen share, and then share. Actually, the whole desktop is not what I wanted. Oh, okay. So yeah, I can't do it any other way. So I'm going to replace all those images and just upload the new version of it. Replace this with upload. That might be better. Oh, I can put this, take this down there. Okay, so that's that. And here we add, once we're at the step on how to add the block to the, we also add a reusable block, and that is adding block instructions. So there are other ways to add a block. Now, the first thing about we need to remember quickly about reusable blocks, we cannot use them as plain reusable block, because the English version of the documentation will be propagated to the Rosetta sites, which it's part of a multi-site, but it's the French pages, Italian pages, Spanish pages, and they can pull in the English version of a documentation page and then translate it. That's how everything kind of is propagated through all those Rosetta pages. With a reusable block is that they are not able to see the content that the English version has in the reusable block. They only see a reference number, which reference not their site, but the ID of the reusable block on the WordPress.org English site. So what we have to do is we can only use them as a template. So we use the content of it, but we make them, we convert them to regular blocks before we publish the page. That way, when the translator of the French pages pull in the English content, they have all the content that we put in on the documentation pages. I ask around, it's kind of a multi-layered, complex problem to solve, and Gutenberg is not ready yet. That would be when it comes to collaboration and later on to translation, where this problem will actually be relevant for the Gutenberg development team. For now, this is how so we go in and convert to regular block. And then that's good for that. So the problem why we have to download it is because the reference is to user content on Google. So if that document disappears, the images disappear and our sites don't work well. So that's why we have to go through that additional exercise to upload the images again. And it's really hard for this one. So I thought it could be better, but I probably should just save that image to my local site and not call it 0, but call it yeah, paste. So save the image as download WordPress. So I have that now. Then I go back to this one, replace it, and upload it from my hard drive. Okay. That is already when you go and look at that, in the new screen, that's already on WordPress support files. Okay. So and so on. I'm going to do this for all the pictures in here. So, well, let's go back to the other ones. So we have the wonder if we should do just that as images, and then have the editor view, color setting, and that is represented with a green background. Okay, so that's the alignment left. we actually have a reusable block for that. No, so if I do a WordPress, and I have here, yep, okay. Okay, then the edit URL, that, and then the more options, that's where we have the reusable block. Reusable block, block toolbar, more options. Okay, we're not, and we're converting that again to a regular block. And we move that up a little bit higher so we have it for the edit HTML. Yeah, take this out. That is still the case. And that's the group block. Yeah. So I put those, what we put in here as captions into the images. So and then we have the block settings. Advanced, and we do the convert to regular blocks, and we also have media settings. Media settings embed. All right, so that pretty much concludes our post for now. Save the draft. We have the slug, the category. This is an embed blog. So we do the category there. And we need a featured image. Make one that is representative of this. Block toolbar, and then save that draft, and we do preview it. All right. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to do a little higher on the block toolbar and make that, get that higher, one stop higher. So the last piece that we are doing when we either update or create new pages is that we add a changelog section. And it starts with a reusable block. And it says changelog. Oops. Here it is, changelog box. So again, convert to regular block. And then this was created 05025. And that's all. So the reusable block has a few things that are about the changelog. First, there's the color settings with a gray background and the text. And then the advanced also has an additional CSS in here that will format this later on. So we save. And we forgot one other thing, and that is here on top, like the first line, is a reusable block that link back to the blocks page. Again, also convert to regular block. We save, draft that, and then we preview the whole thing. So that goes to the blocks page. And we have on the bottom, we have the changelog box. Okay, so that's pretty much how we publish it. I'm going to hit the publish button because YOLO, you know, you live only once. Publish that. But I will go back and replace the pictures. Publish. Because then I can show you. So I take copy that link and I can view my article. Then I go back to the list of blogs, edit that article, go to the WordPress one, WordPress embed blog, highlight that, and I can just paste the link in. And I update that page, ignore the autosave update page. And but this also has a changelog, so we will do an updated 2020-05-25. We do the universal date format that anyone in the world can read and attribute it to the May 25th. And we go to the next one, next line, and do added WordPress embed link. Okay, and update that page. So, and this concludes pretty much the stop share. So this is kind of pretty much the publish process for an embed blog once it is in Google Drive. And it's reviewed, we bring it over, and I will now off-site do the replacement of the image. As you saw, that has been, it's a little bit hazardous because the images, they are labeled or the file names are image 01 through 020 or so, but it's not in the order how they appear on the page. It's in the order how they were uploaded. And if those screenshots were not put in the right, uploaded in when they were, so it's going to be a little bit of a hassle, but we work it out. But this is pretty much the full process. Yeah, and this is it for, we have one step is still our Trello board. I forgot about that, but of course it's one of the important ones. So that's where we are with changelog here. And then we do new contributor. That was a card, that's a Trello board. And we had so we have the embed block from WordPress. Okay. And that was a new page, but we did it. That's the link to it. We still have some changes to do. Checklist, changes. Replace images from Google to Media Library. Yes. And another one is that we need to upload images, the screenshots of 5.5 on in the folder, so we have them when 5.5 comes out. I add that here, but I'm doing another checklist and said for 5.5 and add that, and then I can move that over here. Oops, does that not work? No. Now it doesn't. Okay, so we have the current changes that still need to be made. And then we have one more part of it. So this link, we have in our Trello board a page inventory. So when we are looking for something and we can't find the right Trello card, what you can do is, okay, these are the pages, the version that they're in, and then and I do now 5.4. And you saw that was a new page, so I put a new link in here. And that corresponds then also with the Trello card of that particular page. I think that's how we, I think that's a system to organize each page and kind of figure out, keep track of the updates. So that's it. And yeah. So. And every time when we have a site, okay, I'll also add an attachment from my computer. And there will be image number 2. So we know we see from the card that that's actually, yeah, so it's a little easier to distinguish how that works. All right. That's it. We took about 45 minutes, but that's a little long. Normally that publishing shouldn't take you more, I don't know, 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. But I've done this actually for the first time with the Google Doc coming over, and I need to go through all the other pages that I did with Google Doc because I didn't realize that the screenshots are not coming over to the media library. So that was kind of a bummer. But yeah, sooner or later we'll work that out and we'll deal with it. So thank you very much for listening or watching. Any question you have, please put it in the comments and I answer that. And I will have some links also for new contributors to get onto where the spreadsheet is and the instructions for that. I will put this in the video on YouTube description there. All right, so thank you so much and bye-bye until the next time.